We're having a new series on this channel called How to Get Out of Each Rank. We're gonna go all the way up till Diamond. Anything past that, I might need to make different type of videos for you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you need help with that. Today's video is gonna be about DPS. If you want support or tank, they are both on the channel right now, but we're focusing on DPS. The first thing you wanna do is pick a character you want to main. I know a lot of you guys are like, Poppin', I want a one trick, I don't wanna swap, I don't play with the group. Well, don't worry. This whole entire series is about not swapping characters, about not playing with groups, about not communicating with your team using a mic. This is straight solo bolo gameplay. So the character that I'm gonna choose is gonna be Psylocke. Now, once you get your character, come to practice real quick, nothing fancy. This isn't a Psylocke guide. This is a DPS how to get out of bronze guide. I'm not going to be discussing Psylocke, just the things you need to do as DPS. This isn't my traditional style. I'm more of a strategic player. However, I thought this would be a fun challenge for me to get used to mechanical crazy characters when I don't really usually play those in games. So the first thing you want to do is get used to your attacks. So the primary fire is actually 2 shots. If I pull it once, it's 2 shots and it's a spread. This means that I could theoretically miss my shots. So if I do something like that, or that, right? I can end up missing my shots, which means I need to actually time my shots to where like I jump like that. You see how that's a bit different than a regular DPS character? On top of that, if we look at our crosshair, we'll notice that it's more of a shotgun burst, which means if I aim for the head, I might actually miss pellets. You want to aim for more of like the neck. That way you get all the pellets, the headshots, the chest shots, you get all of that. It's something specific to Psylocke. Now let's take a look at our secondary fire. You toss the bolts out, you pull them back in. Similar damage to the regular shot, and they can be combined for more of a burst damage potential. You also have dashes. They don't do bonus damage based off how low the target is. And then you also have the invisibility. Now the reason why we want to go in here is because we want to know, is there anything that is able to be cancelable, and like how do the abilities work together? We know that we can pop that off real quick to get more of a burst damage, and then we also know that if we press the dash with the invisibility, we could do them at the same exact time. Whereas if you did it the other way, you'd have to go dash, right? They know where you go, but if you try to do it instantly, it's harder for them to know where you're at or where you're going. So something to just keep in mind. I usually don't do this anyway. I have to like remember myself to do, like I have to tell myself to do it, but just something to think about. This is why we test our characters. Final note, of course, is our ultimate. Big AoE, and it will hit all the targets that are inside, right? One thing you want to think about is that at the start of that, you're not invincible. You're only invincible when your bar turns yellowish orange down there that you see, right? So not invincible, I can be killed, can't be killed anymore. Keep that in mind. Whenever your bar does that, your character is invincible. Some characters actually do this when they're dashing. As an example, Star-Lord. That's a good example. Star-Lord actually goes invincible when he dashes. Oop, wrong button. See? You can see because it's yellow. Anytime a character does that, that's invulnerability for you, and you're not going to take damage. You shouldn't be able to get CC'd either. But anyway, let's hop into a game and let's get this going. So what I try to do is get as close to the next rank as possible. So I'm bronze 1. I don't know how many points, but I want to get to the rank, to closest rank as possible, so I can play and then go to the next rank. Now, I don't know if I can keep doing this because some games are very rough, right? Whereas somebody AFK, something like that, so it'd be pointless to waste a recording on it. But let me know what you guys think. This is just like a trial mode. Maybe I'll just like win to the next rank and then use the replay. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. It's just a trial run. So we're gonna insta lock in Psylocke. We don't care if we don't have tanks. We don't care if we don't have healers. It is what it is. We are at one trick DPS. I don't care about nobody. Pony. One thing I will say is that lower ranks tend to have really big egos. Middle ranks do too, but lower ranks have huge egos. And what I mean is they'll intentionally throw a match and not play any tanks after they die. So let's just say, as an example, my Doctor Strange and my Penny. They die once or twice. They're like, bro, I don't want to play tank. I'm going to throw the match. Well, most likely you're not going to win. You need a tank. Now, I know some of you guys are like, well, Poppin', I've won without tanks before. It's very rare. You will, if you are not smurfing, if your whole team are not cracked, you will take L's. So just keep that in mind when you are deciding to do that one trick thing. If you don't have any tanks, you don't have any tanks. All right, so we got to think about what our character is good at, right? We know that our character is best up close because we have a spread. Oh, what's going on over here? Whoa! So we want to kind of play to that. My aim is all off. I'm playing on my monitor, and I don't usually play on my monitor, so excuse my aim. We're just gonna try to get in, get out. You know, we want to think about the priority targets. We want to think about targets that are gonna kill our team or targets that heal. We want to just kind of go down priority. You don't just want to kill just to kill. As a DPS, you need to have meaning behind your kills. Tony Stark is high priority because Tony Stark ends up killing targets. Same thing with Black Panther, high priority, because that's a target that actually ends up killing our team, right? Don't kill for the sake of killing. Kill because it's a specific target that needs to be killed. Again, Tony Stark is one of those characters, right? We are taking out whoever we need to take out that is going to be problematic for our team. I need a little bit of health because I don't want to get one bang. She's very squishy. We see Hawkeye being very annoying to our team. Oh, I whiffed. I think because I needed to reload. I just realized. I think I needed to reload. I don't know what happened. But that would have been a kill too. And that's what we're doing because this is how Psylocke plays, right? You can play like this with a lot of characters, really. It's not just Psylocke. But as a DPS, your main goal is to take out whatever target you deem is a threat to your team. Ooh, I just griefed. I don't want to like go up there and show yet. Oh, we see a Luna out of position, right? This is what we like. We like out of position. We like that. That's our favorite thing as a DPS. To get out of position more often. Okay, we have Tony Stark doing crazy stuff again. Where did he go? Dude, he just disappeared. Okay, there he goes. Oh, that's not Tony. But same thing. We are paying attention to whoever is a problem. You can also play Psylocke in a way, in most DPS, to farm your ult. You could do that too, just hit the tank and farm your ult. But I recommend you get used to your character to take out targets. If you're a sniper, high priority targets you want to take out. If you're Scarlet, same thing, priority targets. Oh, wow. Wait, what? Oh, I gotta watch that. Sometimes rewatch your replay or your death recap. I know it hurts, but you gotta figure out how you ended up dying. That blast is that big? The more you know. This is why you do that. You learn as you play if you want to get out of bronze. Not about kills, not about KDA, not about anything. You are learning and improving. If you make mistakes, it's fine. That's why you're here. You want to make as many mistakes as possible in this rank so that way you don't make them in a higher rank. There's Tony Stark. We're going to go invisible. You take these fights as a DPS. Why? Because you need to learn. Who cares if you miss? Who cares if you die? You are practicing how to do these type of fights. We're gonna just go ahead and ult this. I seen the Jeff. Oh, I thought that was their Jeff. They don't even have Jeff, do they? I swear I thought they had Jeff. I heard him and I thought I seen him, but maybe it was ours. So I just decided to dive bomb their backline. So right there, you notice that I actually could have played that mechanically better, right? And this is why I chose her, because game sense will usually carry you no matter what. But I also wanted something to work on so you guys could see the progress as well. So you're gonna see my mechanics get better, just like yours will once you become better, when you climb, when you get to the next video. I want to show you that there's no problem making mistakes and learning, right? Ooh, I whiffed everything. Because I'm confident that my game knowledge will win us the game. Again, high priority. Ooh, high priority. Oh. I'm whiffing! I'm whiffing so much! I'm whiffing so much! Come on, team! Come on, team! I'm griefing a little bit. Again though, high priority, high priority, high priority. As a DPS, that's what you're focused on. What's killing your team? What's making the enemy team stay alive the longest? Can you get to it? Wait for them to be out of position. Be sneaky if you have to. Now I am kind of goofballing a little bit, not intentionally. I'm limit testing. So when you play games and you understand how to play, like I understand how to play the game. This isn't my main account. You can limit test because you understand how to win. You might just just be testing some stuff. See what it's like. Let's go for the high priority target. If they turn around and deal with me, that's good. We dip out, but we just want to be a nuisance. If we can't get the kill, just be a nuisance. It's good enough. What up? How you doing? Take these duels. Ooh, that was not... Wait, how did that guy heal? Oh, I had to reload at the worst time. So that's something that we would think about, right? We would think about, okay, we need to reload more often because we keep ending up in a situation where we never end up having ammo. Let's be honest, right? And again, I want to let you know it's okay to make these mistakes. I'm literally making a guide for you guys and messing up like crazy. Nobody's perfect. I do not play this character that often, but you guys see that it's still possible. Imagine if you guys play her and you guys are like cracked. I cannot hit a shot worth a dang. I've seen a lot of lower ranked players be extremely good. Okay, this is a pretty good point to bring up. You see this Psylocke change, this player changed his Psylocke, right? You'll notice this a lot in lower ranks because they think that the character is why people win, and it's not the character. Play who you're good at, you'll win more than you'll lose. Can we get that, Tony Stark? Can we get that, we could. Cool. There's somebody over there. Play what you know. It is not the character, I promise you guys. You could play, I have a tier list below if you guys want a list on what characters I think are good. They're all good though. Like in any game with characters, it's always about how good you are as a player, not the character you play. I see it happen so much. People continue to focus a lot on team up abilities. I need to quit trolling. They focus a lot on team up abilities. They focus a lot on picking a character they feel is broken. Bro, play what you're good at. I promise you. Can I get my ult though? Yeah. Slice them up. Slice them up, baby. That's what the trick. That's what we practice, right? We practice the primary and secondary combo. Look at that burst of that boy. We practice it. We practice where to aim. We practice it. Go to practice mode. Press buttons. Push buttons together. Do all that extra crazy stuff, man. You learn so much. You learn so much. Now, every time that you end up in this halfway phase, or even at the end of your game, I used to professionally coach League of Legends, so this is the same concept, but usually people don't want to look at their replays. I feel you. The other thing you could do if you don't want to sit there and skim through your replays, what you could do is you could pay attention per round. So we think back, and as you saw, I thought about it in the moment. I'm just used to that mindset, being a competitive player, not only coaching, but just actually competitively playing games. You think about it in the moment, you take note, don't do it again throughout the match. But if you can't do that and you're trying to learn, do it each half. Say, what did I mess up with on last half? Well, I kept trying to attack and assassinate, and I was always out of ammo. Well, what if I reload after every assassination attempt? There we go, right? That's one problem solved already. And all we did was just half-baked think. Like I said, I don't know how often I can actually play and do this. I feel like I need to think more, but I thought this would be a good experiment to see if I can pull it off. Holy Spider-Man! Relax, bruv. Okay, you see that she's still playing Psylocke. Come on. Bro, I got you, bro. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. He got me. Psych, I got you. Out of here, bro. Oh, hey, girl. You realize I'm in base. So, I win this fight. I'm just saying. I don't think you realize the situation. Now, I also don't want to see people say, oh, these guys are bad. These guys, bronze is so easy. You can get out because that's not true. If your skill level is bronze, bro, you're not getting out of bronze. Period. Right? So anybody who's like bronze is easy, blah, 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 blah. Everybody starts somewhere. Don't get upset with people talking to you like that. I promise you, everybody started off low rank. Some people have a leg up because they play Overwatch. Some people have a leg up like me because I've played competitively on games. Some people have never played this game or any competitive game before, and they're trying this, and they're bronze. There's no reason to make fun of or be rude to anybody. That's exactly, again, why I'm saying I don't really understand everything with Psylocke, right? I like, mentally, I understand what to do, but like execution, obviously can use improvement. But I don't play a lot of this character. So it is something that I'm doing in the moment. But I want to show you that it's perfectly okay. You don't have to be a godlike player to get better and decline. You can be suboptimal. But that was nonsense. But I forgot he actually is able to... his shield can hit you when you're invisible. It tracks you. See? I only know that because I love me some Captain America. But yeah, don't worry about it. Don't trip on it. KDA doesn't mean anything. I know in low lobbies people are like, KDA, bro, you're 3 and 5. Swap characters and stuff like that. It don't matter. We're just gonna go invincible real quick. I will say, if you pick a DPS, try to pick one that has like team wipe potential. Those are like the better DPSs in my opinion. If you have some type of way to either team wipe or team impact, like Spider-Man, Psylocke, Hela, Hawkeye, I was getting ready to say him. Like, they have a lot of like team wipe potential or like AoE spread. Those are like the characters that you kind of want to pay attention to when you're playing. So we get our silver here, we do our thing. Again, it's really about your game sense. As your DPS, are your deaths, not only deaths, are your deaths worth, but are your kills worth? Every kill you have, it better be a kill because it directly impacts your team. That's what you need to be thinking about. I'm actually gonna hop into the replay here real quick, and I'm gonna point that out a little bit. All right, so let's look at the kill that I had, right? The target that I killed, right? Why is it okay to turn around and kill this guy? This dude's super deep. Who else is there to fight? Nobody. This is perfectly okay. Now let's just say this dude dove backline, right? And they have a Luna like right here with him. I'm going after Luna 100% of the time. Why? Luna keeps Panther alive to kill my team. If we take out Luna, we can take out Panther. It'll be harder to take out Panther. Yes, taking out Panther means there's no damage threat, but you have to go through heals. What if she has ult? What if she has all this crap, right? But if I run at her and I don't kill her, but she runs back to her team, that separates them. And then that means that those two can handle him. And if they can't 2v1 Panther, we in trouble. So this is what you think about. Let's think about Panther's decision though. Let's look at it from here. We're not gonna go through this entire replay at all. Like I said, I might just do replays instead so we can see kind of both sides of the spectrum. And you don't have to worry about me playing and in the moment. But let's look at the Panther's decision making. So if we go back and we think about it from Panther's perspective, let's look at him. All right, so we're Panther. We're like, bro, we're gonna run behind and we're gonna do some crazy stuff. Being Panther in this situation, what is the correct target to go on? Right? Well, theoretically, we are either killing the threat on our team, or we are trying to focus somebody who's out of position. Usually if we can get the healer too, it's fine. But like for the most part, the high priority target. We'll talk more about that once we hit silver. But, or do the silver video. But when we're thinking about the priority target, look, it's that guy, right? That guy's killing our team. But then if you take a peek, there's two people sitting on him. So you either have to A, go in and smack him up a little bit and run away, or B, one bang. There's no way you're one banging that guy unless you're a god. So let's look at it from his perspective. We're even noticing it, right? We're noticing that there's 3 people here. If we took the time to slow this down, we see our guy here, but he dies. We can do one of two things. Wait for those two to focus whatever is going on over here, or just hop in instantly. Let's see what we do. We hop in instantly. Imagine if we just waited a few seconds, Poppin would have went over there, because I definitely was not paying attention to that guy, and she probably would have left and continued to help her team. Then this dude is just all by himself. All it took was patience. Now this is fine because now we're all focused on him. What we should do when we go in like this is have an escape. Luckily, I subconsciously have an escape. I just play games like this, so I just know like when I go in, have an escape route. But if you're not used to that type of thought process, have an escape route. Go in, either go left or go right, or run up the wall. Whatever you need to do, but basically run away. Instead, we decided to try to like do some crazy, fantastical gameplay, and that could have easily netted us an opening for our team. Because if we went this way, we're gonna have people follow, or we're gonna have them reset basically, and they're gonna be focused on the front. And I come back and I just kill this guy. All it is patience. But this guy did a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and he's in a weird spot, and you know, a whole bunch of randomness. And now he's basically useless to his team. He's useless to his team until he heals, or he's useless to his team until he dies. But he can't do anything anymore. Let's see how long this guy's out the game. Okay, well the guy's out the game in terms of dead. Same thing for Spider-Man. Let's take a peek at Spider-Man real quick. Right? This dude just got low, right? We just seen that this guy got low. Look at him. You're out the game until you fully heal back or until you die. How long does it take? Look at him, look at him. We go all the way, look how much time we wasted. That was like 5 to 10 seconds. Now we have to do all this to re-engage. We getting engaged on ourselves. Like we just died. So now compound that 10 seconds on top of the 10 seconds he has to wait to respawn. This dude was out for 20 seconds of gameplay and I was out for none. Just because they decided to go a little bit too ham. This is what happens when you play DPS and you feel like you can't carry games. You're not understanding that priority targets are important. You're not understanding that patience is important. It's not about kills. It's not about fragging out. If sometimes you can't get a kill and the best you can do is just get your ultimate, well, sit there and get your ultimate and then look for an opening and blast everybody. Play the game slow. I know it seems crazy and I know it seems hard because you got a timer up top. You got the cart that you need to push, but that's not your job. Your job is not pushing this cart. I didn't touch that cart. As a support, it's just if you're watching that and you're a support player too, your job's not to push the cart. You need to be safe. You need to make sure you're alive. You need to make sure you can play the game. That's what your job is. It's not to push the cart. So we'll dive more into like this type of stuff in future episodes, but just the basics that will help you get out of bronze ideally is understanding your character and then understanding patience about when to go in and just a priority target, right? Should he have killed the what's his face, the Punisher, would that realistically do anything for us? Well, Iron Man got kicked out because he just died, and then the Punisher got kicked out and I survived. Well, that's 1 for 1. It kind of slows the game down a little bit for us, so we're not getting like collapsed on. That is a worth trade as long as Panther lives. In my perspective, was running all the way over here killing Spider-Man worth it? Yes, because not only is my team already doing crazy stuff, that forces the Spider-Man out, but I know I can win that 1v1. Get confident. Can you win these 1v1s? Some characters can't beat other characters in 1v1s. It's okay. Don't go for it. Again, we'll talk more about this later, but for the most part, think about that priority target. Who is the most paid for my team? If we even just look at it real quick. Priority target. If I'm Psylocke on my team, priority target is going to be their healer, their Iron Man, or their Hawkeye. Panther's a problem, but we can't really catch this dude in a 1v1. And Spider-Man's a problem, and we can't catch this dude. He was only free because he just used everything to go back and heal. We already watched that fight. But those 3 characters will dumpster our team. Let's look at it on the opposite side of the spectrum. If we were the Spider-Man, who would we go for? Jeff, not happening. You're not killing Jeff, he'll get away. It's not even worth unless this guy's just truly like low or about to die. What's her face? Cloak and Dagger. Doable, but we got to make sure that she's alone, and we got to make sure that she already used her bubble. Psylocke, not happening. You need to wait for Psylocke to make a mistake, just like I had to wait for Spider-Man to make a mistake or Black Panther to make a mistake. That's not my priority. Punisher, very immobile. You should be able to kind of deal with that guy by yourself. So as Spider-Man, if I were to fight, I would go for the Punisher, or I would go for Cloak and Dagger. That's all I could go for. Otherwise, just be a little nuisance to the team by knocking them up and swinging around and whatnot, but we're not really looking for kills unless it's on those 2 targets. Understand your priority, understand who you're going for, guarantee you'll climb like that. It's very easy to get out. It's very easy to climb in general as DPS because you have so much impact. The problem is the mechanics is what makes DPS hard. If you don't land shots, you don't do your job, basically. And so it's one of the more demanding ones, but it's easy if you know how to aim, period. I hope this helped you guys. Again, I don't know if I'll be able to play during a match and do that next time, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want DPS or tank, they are already... if you guys want healer or the tank, they're already out. If you guys need a tier list, down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Popping often. Well, often.